Hello, good day, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching this. This is Adore from Bricksmaven, and today we'll be creating a simple content section with a little bit of a twist. As you can see on your screen, it's a little bit, uneven, right? It's not symmetrical, right? I mean, the image is a little bit has a margin top, and the content side is up, and obviously they're stretching to both of the sides. So we're going to be building this today, and yeah, just watch me build it. Let's go. So I enter into the builder as I always do, and we're just going to set up the structure like we always do. And with every video I'll make, I'll add chapters to it, and you can click to the whatever piece you want to look at, right? I mean, if you don't like looking at me building the structure because it can be boring, which I understand, just skip it. Okay, so this, oh, by the way, this block will be added to the library, and also I'll be using the core framework to build this because people were requesting a lot of people were requesting more core videos, and yeah, I'll be doing that. I'll also be starting a series soon where I just build a full website, and I will start working my way from Figma, showing you how to use the blocks, how I build, etc., etc., and then move it to Bricks, show you the whole process, and there's where we'll actually see how fast you can move if you're using pre-made blocks. All right. Okay, so we need media. Let me just get back to the building, and obviously I'll keep on creating this single block videos, but I think it's also good if I showcase the full process of the product. Okay, we need a double text. Let me see. We need a button, and I will pull in a component which is a list. So we have our list. So stuff like this we don't need to build anymore. So we have our list there, and let me see. Okay, we have a list. Okay, it's not supposed to be on top of the button like that. And this will be the accent. Accent heading. Just call this will be the text. Okay, now I'm going to add classes to them. So content 34 and container content. Did I make a mistake here? Content heading, accent heading. Go for the text. Let me add a paragraph to it, and the accent heading, give it a span. List button, and we also need to just add the utility classes for button and small. Core has this at the button, the utility classes for core, as you know if you're a core user. Call to action. Okay, so we have that in. Let me just copy over the text. Yep. Okay, we need the body text, goes here. Accent heading. Okay, let me save. Let me add an image, and let me finish adding all my classes. Okay, a button. It's media. Oh, there goes my paste is gone. 34 media. Copy this, and last but not the least, the image. Okay, so we have all our classes. Let me just add my figure tag here, set this to cover, and yeah, we basically have what we are looking for. Let's see. Okay, so we have everything we need, so we can actually now proceed to styling. I will add a layout here because I'll be stretching the two contents. So the content and the media, I'll be stretching them to the side, so there might be a little overflow. So I'm just gonna add it in. So all we need to do there on the content, we need to add a 2-column grid. Sorry, grid, 2 columns, and I am on the wrong element once again. So on the container, go to grid, 2 columns. Okay, so this is the basis, and then we can add a let me see, flip this real quick, center this. I don't want it to stretch, right? So we can center this, and then this will I have to give this some padding. I mean the content, because I don't want to add a there's no, as you can see, there is no gap, so we don't need any gap. What we do need on the content is, I don't think there's we need a specific height. Yeah, let's give it some padding. 2XL here, just the 4XL there, 2XL here, so we have some space around it, right? Okay, so that's that. And I might have to give this a fixed width, but we'll see later how that goes. And then I'm just thinking on the content itself, I'm thinking to style certain things with if I should style it with a Bricks editor, or if I should just write CSS code. I might just do that. Maybe that's a little bit easier for me, or not. You know what? Wait. Let's just do it this way. You know, if you're also a beginner, because I've noticed that a lot of times you style in the Bricks editor, or you style in CSS code, and then with the CSS code, I mean the CSS area here, you add code here, and some styling is here, so you find yourself going back and forth. So sometimes I'm thinking, okay, should I do everything here? But sometimes you cannot do everything here, especially if you want to like target the children, siblings, whatever, right? So you need to come here. So maybe it depends, or I don't know. I'm just thinking about it, how to optimize that process. You know, what will make sense, adding CSS here and then making everything editable in one place. So especially like now for this grid, I could have add all CSS on the container. So I'll style the content, style the media, and I can easily make the changes when we're down to the lower breakpoints all in one place. Would be easy. But maybe some people don't like interacting with CSS, and this is much easier to understand. But we'll see. Let's continue. So I have this now, and let's just focus on this side. I need to add I'm going to use a before. I've created a video before where I used a pseudo element, the before pseudo element, to create the background shape, which stretches to the edges. So I'm going to do that here again. So say root before, say content, position, absolute, I forget anything, position absolute, the top is 0, the bottom is 0. So I want the shape to stick to the top, stick to the bottom, and also stick to the right, so that it can grow to the left. And then okay, it might not make sense now, but once I add the width, etc., it will grow to the is that to the right or to the left? It grows to the left. So it will not grow that side. Oh, that's the way the camera is set up. Anyways, it's going to go this side, right? So let's continue. So the width is 50 viewport width because we're in the middle, and the height will be 100%. And now we need a color. So background color is var. Go for a if I want to make this usable with what's it called again, with light and dark mode, we can use the BG body reverse. And yes, this is this. Did I add it again on the wrong side? Let me see here. BG body reverse. Oh, the variable normally core has BG body, but I added reverse. So normally the BG body is, if I'm correct, is a light color, right? And when you switch to dark mode, it becomes dark. So I reversed it because there may be situations where you're creating something, like in this case, I want my background to be dark when it's light mode, but when it's dark mode, I want it to be light. So that's the reason. That's the reason why. What I'm just thinking right now. Did I set this wrong? Oh, I said it wrong. My bad. It's supposed to go to the left. And I need to set the layout to position relative. Yeah. And I think that's why I made a mistake. Right is correct. It's supposed to be right. So now it makes sense. That's correct. So we have our body, BG body reverse. Now we can see the text. So I need to tweak the text. So what I can do is say, I hope I can do it from here. Say root, let me see the typography. Color. The color I need to set to the var. I think it's no. I need two colors. I'll set it directly on the because we have a title and we have normal text, right? So I want to use the variable that also works with dark mode. That's text title and what's it again? Sorry, I forgot. I have to check. Text body and text. You have text body and you have text title. Yes. So you know what? I'll just add it directly to the content here. I'm not going to do it the way I thought I was going to do it because I want the heading to get its own variable just to make things that are correct. So I think this has to be reverse. No, text body reverse. Oh wait, the before element is on top of the content, so I need to set index -1. Oh, w index, z index. Okay, so you can see it. So as you see, there's applied the color to it, and the reason why I did that is, look, if we toggle it, right, it goes from white to dark. So that's why I have the reverse. I created the reverse. Okay, so let's continue here, and here I'll also add the text title reverse. Yes, so this also works, as you can see. And I think I will also need to add it here. We need to add text title reverse. But yeah, this is just for this example. I would not advise to, this is like a component, right? So you can use this everywhere on your site. But if you would add this variable text title reverse and it becomes white, if you use this list on a white background, then you have a problem. So you would have to create like a modifier class and then add this text title reverse that only works on this setup. So that's the way I would do it. Okay, for now, as you can see, we can use the light and dark mode, which is cool. Okay, so this is what we got. Let me continue. And this is what I meant. You can slowly see that the CSS styling is being scattered, right? Although it's easy to change, but yeah, it's still scattered. Okay, so we have a before here, and then we need to have a rounded corner on top. So we need a rounded corner. So just add that here. That's border top right radius is then we use a variable that is radius. Just go for XL. XL. So there we have it. There are radius, and that's all I need. The bottom does not have it, so we're good. Okay, let me continue with the media. So here in the media, here we don't need to do much. I will then go to our image and set this to 50 viewport width, and also 50 viewport width. So we have that there. What I did in the first version, or what I showed you here, is I actually added a height to the content and a height to the image. That way you can kind of have the same kind of height, right? But then if you have a height of the content, you would have an issue with if you have a little bit more content or less content and to be too high. So I'm going to see what I can do here with a version where I did not add a height to the content, right? Or to the image. But I think I'll add to the image, or maybe fix the image to be as high. And I already see here that I forgot to add a space in between the elements. So let me do that real quick. So just flex columns, row gap is M, and the accent heading needs to be set. These two, I need to flip the order to -1 so that it comes on top. And so we basically have this, right? Okay, this is looking much better. So now what I want to do is I think I will, no, let's just continue this way. I want to give the image a height, but let me just see how it turns out. So first let me add the border to the bottom. So we just go to border radius, that's the bottom left. So we just say radius XL, and as you can see, once you add a border radius, it gets added to the figure tag, and we need to add overflow hidden so that it hides the image. So now it's hidden, as you can see. And let me check one more time. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to push the image down, or better said, the media. So let me push that down. So calc, no, what am I saying? Calc, just to Excel or something. Now it would have been, as you can see, this one looks different, or it looks more similar because I'm using the same height. So if you use a version that does not have a height, it looks weird, because look, if I was to make this like M, no, XL, you see, you don't want this side to be sticking out. It doesn't look clean, right? So yeah, we have no choice but to push it down, or tweak the image, or give this the same height. So what I did in the example that I created, I gave this a height of 76 rem, and I also gave the same to the content, 76 rem. And now you see that it looks more even. And if you already knew the amount of content you're adding in here, you can always adjust the height, right, of the image and of the content area. So now we have basically yeah, we're actually set. This is it. Now we just need to fix it, respond on the different breakpoints. Let me just add maybe just the image just to see how this might look. Right, let's just add something to it. So just to give you an idea of this, so this is what you will get, right? Looks clean. You obviously add another color here. Maybe look, if you had, let's try that. I was going to add a random red color. I think that would look quite nice. But since I added, no, that's not going to work. I wanted to add a color just to see how that would look, but I want to keep this body reverse. So let's just go back to our original image. Yeah, I'm just insert that. Okay, so let's go to the breakpoint, the tablet breakpoint. Well, here is, you could say, okay, I can live with this. Maybe I should bring back the padding on the right is a little bit too strong. So I'm using 4XL, I'll bring it to 2XL, right? 2XL, or maybe just XL, yeah. So that on here to have a little bit more space, right? Okay. So now we'll have to tweak the mobile landscape setting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write out the code on the mobile landscape, and then I will copy it back to the desktop because I just want to see what I'm doing, because if I make the changes here I won't see what's happening here, so it just makes it easier. But first things first, let us switch the container, which was two columns, to one. So let's bring it back to one, and you see already there's some work that we need to do here, so we'll get to that. Like I said, I'm going back up and to the CSS, and I'll copy this. Let me put it here. And what I want to do is, you can do two things. You can say, okay, the width is 100% and like this, and then for the radius we just unset it so it's gone. We say for our for the root, we give it a padding inline start. We give it a, because there's no space here, right? So we need also the same space to Excel. So we have this, right? You could do that. And what else could we do? Oops, what else could we do? This is not even sitting in the middle. So let me see if I can center this, or perhaps is that align items center. Oh no, this is just, sorry, justify content. Okay, whoops, justify content center. Okay, yes, but I wonder, did I not add the justify content here? Okay, because it's on the, if I centered it here I would have to do it there. Okay, because I centered it on the container. Okay, makes sense. Okay, so back to what we were doing. Okay, so this is centered, this is good. On my original version, this is what I created. Okay, that's weird. I guess my settings were not saved. This is very strange. But nevertheless, what I did was I stretched the before to the edges, and I also stretched the image to the edges. But I'll show you this layout first, then we can stretch to the edges. So let's just finish up here. For the image, this will be 100%. This will be 100%, and we have, and remove the we need to remove the margin here. So I'll set this. So this is what you would get, and you could also say, okay, instead of 76 RAM, maybe 64. That's 640 pixels, which is quite large. Maybe 480. We'll do something like this. Could also tweak the padding of the content, obviously. Should I do that? I'll just leave it like this. So this could be a possible end result. Okay, let me also remove the radius. So radius is gone here, and yeah, we have our, so this would be a possible responsive option that you could go for. Or you could say, let's go back to our content again, and we set this to viewport width 100, right? And then we need to do some things to fix it, which is adding a we need to add a left of -50, and we need to add a margin of, that will be margin inline start, which is margin left. Oh wait, I did this wrong. This is not, this is supposed to be percentage, not, so this, and then margin start -50, and then we have it centered now in the middle. So this is what we will do to fix it, right? So it's also like that on what's it called, mobile. But now I need to fix the height, which set it to 100% instead of 100 viewport width. If it does 100 viewport width, it's supposed to be VH. So now this is good. So let's do the same for the image. So we come to the image here, and we say 100 VW, 100 VW, and we set -50 viewport width. I noticed that maybe one of you have noticed it, but once I set margin here, it doesn't accept it. I always have to add important since the last Bricks update. So when I check the source code, I can see that the margin 0 has been set on the, I think it's the figure tag, and it has a higher specificity. So I don't know what changed. So now I always have to add important. I also noticed that some of the blocks that I created were broken, so I had to fix those. There might be some that I'm still going to the library to fix some of the blocks that are broken. So just giving you a heads up. So I've added that there, and now for the left, let's just add 50%, and now we have it where we want it. And as you can see, the mobile is also set correctly, and we're practically done, right? We're practically done. But we need to do one more thing, and then it's to, because this is not, I won't say this is the best practice of doing this way, because someone might see this and be like, okay, but how come it's stretched like this? I might not know that this is here. So what we do is, we'll just take this out, right? Go back to the front, create a media query of max width 767 pixels, and just paste that in. So now we have the same result, but at least you can just tweak everything from one place, right? You could even go as far as creating a code block and, you know, adding your CSS there, and you can always see all the changes. But you cannot utilize the root anymore. You have to write out all your CSS selectors. So different ways to get to the result. Some are effective than the others. What is going on here? Why is this not in the middle? Oh, it was never in the middle. Wow. So basically I can remove the CSS code. Let me remove that. We don't need this. Let's check again. So all good. Okay guys, we've come to the end of the tutorial again. 32 minutes in. Let's check it out on the front. Let me just see. So this is basically what you get. By the way, you can also choose to flip the image if you so desire, right? So flip the order. That would mean coming here and going to layout and going to what's it called here, order, the media, then just do -1, then you flip it around, right? So you could also do something like this if you wanted to. So to come back to what I was saying about the different places of adding CSS, and I could make the video longer of saying, okay, now we're going to look for an effective way of actually just writing out our CSS, putting it in the CSS box, which would be, in my opinion, would have been much better, because look, now I need to come all the way to the mobile landscape to give the media a -1 order. Whereas if I wrote out the CSS, let's say maybe in the container CSS box, I could have made all the changes right here in one place, and that would have been much easier. And even for some more optimizations, I could have also used a min width, which means that this setup will only be applied until you like hit the mobile landscape or tablet, whatever, right? Then to stack. So many ways of doing this, and if some things didn't make sense, then I think I might do a video explaining what I mean. But yeah, that's it, guys. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you think of this video, and don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment, guys. Let me know, do you like these videos? Is it boring? Do you like my presentation style? I need feedback. Yeah, let me know, and see you guys in the next one. Okay, bye bye.